think about it. I'm at a bar. I got this fine looking guy who is my age standing there. Then I've got an older guy who is nice looking, but his balls is sagging. Which one am I going to pick first? I'm going to, with the physical, go with the younger looking guy. But
and if you like saggy balls, you're gonna go with the ball hanger.
But if
I didn't even know my man got saggy balls. That's an assumption.
You got an X-ray vision?
Is his balls hanging out at the bar?
Hey, how you doing, baby?
Keep it up. Keep it up. But
all right, go hit it.
What up, my peoples, my mother peoples.
Yeah.
We back, man. Quality Business Podcast.
Yeah.
It's your boy YAK.
Yeah.
My dog Speedy.
Yeah.
We got Kid in the building.
Let's give it up.
We're on location. We on motherfucking location. You see this ambiance back here, ladies and gentlemen? We went with nature this episode, goddammit.
Yeah, definitely went with nature.
Yes,
we became one with nature.
Yeah, man. We saw a motherfucking bear, y'all.
We saw a bear.
And what y'all run? Y'all ran to y'all ran to the house?
We didn't actually. We pulled out our phones.
Yeah,
and began recording it.
Yeah, we did.
like any normal person would do.
Stereotypical.
That's normal. Okay. Because I would have ran, but okay.
Yeah, and then actually we went right back to chilling like we ain't never seen a bear.
Jump right back in the hot tub and chill.
Wow. I want the audience to pay attention to something. So last week, y'all remember they forgot me at the wedding, right?
Oh my God.
But we're normally always separated, right? Right? Yeah, we are. But they are in nature, sitting on the same deck right now, filming together. And where am I?
Well,
I think I'm still in Michigan. I think I'm still in my space. Did not know y'all till.
Well, with respect to us, with Onyx, to be fair to us, it was a couple's trip. So
yeah.
I mean, unless Mr. Charles was willing to
Willie James.
Yeah, if Grady wanted to drive you down here, maybe we would. But it was.
I hate you, Grady. I can't stand y'all.
Shady Grady, baby.
Yeah.
Well, how you doing, man?
How you doing? I see you got your new hair
good.
situation.
Yeah.
You look like you feel good.
I do.
You've been enjoying yourself.
It's been a minute. I had a wonderful weekend last weekend. Was off the chain. I put myself out there since you guys aren't here. And my other two female best friends one is out of state, just like you, Speedy. And the other one, she's always hanging from the chandeliers, getting knocked up. She's on her 6th child, pregnant, about to deliver soon.
Wait.
Why aren't
you hanging on the chandeliers, though? She acrobatic?
It's her 6th child. Like, she got the Megan Thee Stallion talents,
Oh, I see.
Jesus Christ.
I see. All right,
and she procreates. She does as the Bible says. Go forth
and multiply.
I know people who want a lot of kids like that, though. Like that's it's to each his own. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of children, bro. That's a lot of children.
You got to start in lineup, dude. 6. You got to start. You're done.
Yeah. Some people want that though. Some people, to each his own. As long as you take care of them Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all that really matters. As long as you take care of them.
And they do.
They do.
They do. My
so speaking of Grady,
and Mr. Charles. Last time we talked to you, Mr. Charles was taking you out or something, man. You what happened, man? You gonna give us a follow-up? What happened? What's going on over there?
He wrote a poem for you. Y'all went to the Museum of Arts, if I'm not mistaken. Shared a sweet embrace.
Got the museum dates.
Yeah, Mr. Charles gave you some sugar on the date. A little sugar.
Yeah, baby, let me kiss that cheek.
Yeah, his teeth didn't fall out.
Right. Oh, let me grab my dentures.
Yeah. So how are things with my man?
Yeah, what's going on? Enlighten
So
us.
I had to cut it because
What? Mr. Charles got the axe?
he had to go.
After all that,
No, let me be clear. He's a very sweet guy. I think he's extremely charming, and he's just not for me. The reason he's not for me is he never was himself. He never was himself. We were supposed to go on a date. It seemed like every time he planned a date, we would go. But if I planned anything, it's always a flip, a change, a cancellation. So this time, when he was supposed to accompany me somewhere and he knew a week ahead of time about the event, he decides that he didn't want to go because he wanted to go with his son to see a high school football game of a team that he already knew was going to lose, just because his son said so a couple hours before we were supposed to leave. He already gave me.
Why'd you put his son in quotes?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Is it his son or
is it a? Well, no. What I'm saying is, like, really, did your son say this, or was this you didn't want to go? So that makes me question, why is it you can't go? Are you afraid you're going to run into people who may know you? Are you in a relationship and you're lying to me? Are you, about to be found out and you don't want your representative to go away just yet? Because normally when you date with a group of people, you can only perpetrate for so long. And there's things that you may not pick up that people are picking up. And they can drop a clue to you on. And I felt that he didn't want that to happen. Short story, he not showing was almost a good thing because my friend who was throwing the party is his age. And he was like, tell me his name again. And when I said it, he was like, he don't talk or act like that. That's not him. Because he was always talking a certain way. Yeah. He was like, I know who you talking about. And I said, I figured this was not him. I figured, like, the romance is him. But the way he talked like he was always on a scene of Bridgerton. Or in the corporate boardroom about to, like
what
he did.
Hello, my lady.
Like he was.
How are you?
Quite stunning, yeah.
Like instead of him saying, "So, what's your plans tonight?" He would be like, "What are your assumptions for the evening events that are going to take place this evening?" What? I'd be like, "What?" He'd be like, "What?" I said, "No, don't repeat yourself."
Weak as hell.
Yeah.
Weak.
So that for me it was like. This is too much. And every time I'd be like, can you speak in layman's terms, please? I am. He would always get upset real quick.
Hold on. I got a question.
Like Michael Eric Dyson. You ever heard Michael Eric Dyson talk?
But Keita, how do you end up in all these motherfucking senior citizen gatherings? Like, where are you going?
I'm not. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah, they around his age too. Like, damn, they got just around a bunch of Charleses and Sams.
Sam. Definitely Sam.
Well, no, my friend's a little younger than him, but he's still in like his late 40s, early 50s. But he knows him. The dude, Mr. Charles, is like in his mid 50s.
Jesus Christ.
So, but I don't know. Older guys just keep on. They want a tenderoni, I guess. So they be talking to me and they don't look their age. You know how we look. People don't know how we look. They don't know our age. Sometimes if you really well kept, we don't know each other's age when we look at each other.
Hey, ladies, my bad. I'm sorry to cut you off, but fellas, listen to me. The city is too small, bro. Because you can play one way, but it's so small. Somebody you know somebody you bad. Just you gotta be careful out here. You gotta keep it real too.
Yeah,
keep it a buck, man.
So I finally had to let him know. I said, I don't think that we're a good fit. I have a vibe. I don't think we're a good fit. You get too short too quick with me on little things. If you're getting short with me on little things, and this is the beginning of learning each other, this is where it's as good as it's going to get moment, then I already can foresee how it's going to be in the end if we continue on. So I just think that, we should go on. Plus his age was a big problem for me. You about to be nursing home age. I can't take care of you like that.
Home age. You in there feeding them pudding in yogurt.
Red
pudding. I like older men. I do, but I don't want somebody who is so much older that you are now over the mid 50s and you are plunging into your 60s. That's
Oh,
not.
plunging.
I'm about
Yeah,
to say,
plunging.
how old is your limit? Like, where does your age limit? Like, no, you just too old. Do you have
My
a limit?
age limit is 12 years old. The oldest person I was with was 12 years. That worked out fine. 12 years is as far as it goes, but I really don't want to even go that far. If I can, no more than between 7 to 9.
Mm. All right. Well, you got some. Well, speaking of age, you got some stats for us.
I do.
Hit us
So
with them.
there's a lot of people who think that same way I do about if you're going to date older, it's a benefit to doing so. So people have said, I'm gonna work backwards this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna work backward. So the number 10 reason, or I'm gonna start from 5. I'm just gonna give y'all 5. We're gonna cut this list short today. So 5, is more mature and more experienced as an individual that you're with. That's
Wait,
what
what's
they
the list?
select.
What was the list? It's top
The
5.
list,
What?
top 5 reasons someone would date someone older.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So somebody is more mature and experienced. Experience in knowledge with the world, life, love, and more mature with having to handle problems.
And that's not
And
always the
with
case, though.
conflict.
Age don't
Yeah.
always
Nah.
mean maturity and or
Not at
wisdom.
all.
Okay.
Not
Number
at all.
4.
Some old
Uh,
knuckleheads out there.
Number 4, emotionally stable.
That's not necessarily true.
No.
Some crazy ass old.
Yeah.
Number
Good.
3, financially secure.
That's not always the case either.
Ah, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Number 2, extremely romantic. That's not true.
No,
I mean, I can see it a little bit more than like younger people. Like they might take you somewhere like you're not accustomed to because of the age. Like I ain't going over there. I'd rather go to a lounge instead of a club. You know, that type of thing. But you know,
I've ran into some. We'll get into that. Great in bed is number 1. You
I
should be
think that's what it's all
seasoned,
about.
is what they think.
Yeah, I think that's what it's all about.
okay. Yeah, Mr. Charles probably be pouring wine down your back,
Not down the back.
feeding your grapes, massaging your feet. Yeah,
The
he definitely.
the Melvin
So-
from Baby Boy. Oh, the nigga squat. Oh, the nigga squat.
Yeah.
Hell no.
And
So
then
now
with
that
the, with medication interventions, these yeah, you
Popping
just
them
can't rub on Mr. Charles' back like he used to. You
Popping
going,
them blue boys.
oh, you gotta show up with all you got.
And that's a
Popping
fact.
the Viagis.
So those are the top 5 reasons that people choose to date a little older. So now let's get into what our list is. 1 from you, Yak, 1 from you, Speedy, 1 from me. What are a pro and a con that you feel with dating someone who is of a different age?
Mm.
And I put different age because some people like us may date younger versus always dating older. So what are the pros and cons that you feel come from dating someone of a different age?
I'll start. My wife younger than me, you know what I'm saying? So like I think a pro is
How much younger?
She is 34, so almost 5 years.
Okay.
We relate on certain stuff, but we have a difference of opinion. And like when her heyday was going on, we were leaving our heyday, so it's like I see certain things from a different perspective on certain times. I mean, certain events and shit that she talk about. So I think it's helpful for me as an older guy to be able to kind of still relate to some of the shit she talk about. And some of the cons is I'm older, man. Don't try to tell me some shit I already know. I mean, I know this already. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell me about something I already been through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whippersnappers. But that'll be mine, man. You know.
Okay.
What you say, bro?
Let's see. A pro is, I think, somebody from a different, like, I'm thinking like 10, 15 years.
Okay.
Right. Somebody from that different generation, they can give you a different perspective on stuff. I think that helps to always get perspective and to hear different opinions about different things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How many
'cause
years apart are you and your wife?
huh?
Just a,
Oh,
how
we're the
many
same
years?
age.
You and your wife?
Yeah, we're the same exact age. But if you got somebody older, they like Greg said, they might have experienced something that you have not experienced before, or seen the world in a different way. So to be able to, share those experiences, I think would be helpful. A con is, I think culturally, even though like you might be the same race, like we might be black, we just might be culturally different, right? Like you grew up listening to Al Green, I grew up listening to Tupac. You know what I mean? And
True,
and
true.
we gotta sit in the same house and enjoy each other's company. But as long as I guess we can enjoy those differences or appreciate those differences,
Put them together.
yeah.
It's gonna
But
be
I
dope,
think those
man.
differences can make a difference. Because if you date somebody 15 years older, by the time I'm 50, like you're gonna be 65,
Woo,
right?
that's a difference,
Right.
bro.
And then when I turn 60, you're gonna be 75, right? That's assuming that we're like gonna stay together forever. So
Right.
I don't know.
And then you got to realize when that person gets 65, he ain't gonna be doing the same shit he did at 50.
Exactly.
And he gonna be old. You're gonna be like, damn, I still want to get out here.
Right.
Like,
I'm trying to get my boogie on. You just trying to
hell
chill.
no, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I could say for me, the pro is two things. One, especially since I'm a woman, having to have the man take the lead, you need him to be the one who's more stable financially. Um, I mean, a woman can do it too. I get it. We're in a new phase in understanding women's power, empowerment, and whatnot. But still, I'm going off of the traditional sense because I'm a traditional woman. I'm
Mhm.
looking at you to be what the Bible designed and not designed, outlined a man's role to be: the provider, the protector, my head. So I'm looking for you to be the one who takes over various things. If we have children, which I do, whether they're yours or not, if I'm, with their father, whom I was with, or with a new man who's their stepfather, still I'm looking at you to be the head of this house that all of us, the children and myself, follow and are looking to for providing and protection and everything else. I'm also looking for you to be emotionally stable
Mm.
because for me,
Gotta be emotionally stable.
right, for me, that's one what helps to gauge the temperature for the house is what the man's emotional stability is. And I'm also looking for you to give me what someone, if I'm dealing with you older, I mean, someone who may be younger, then you can't provide me because they haven't been there yet. You have. So a lot of where I am anxious, you've been there, done that. You're a little bit more calm. You're a little bit more stable. You can help to bring me back to Zen and to understanding how to look at something from a different perspective. The con is, like you said, you're going to be going to a nursing home before me. If it goes the pattern of how the way of life is designed in this system of things,
you're gonna have to be taking care of my man or taking care of homegirl.
So I'm gonna have to take care of my sexual needs differently when you get to a certain age because you're not going to be able to perform the same way, and I'm going to have to be okay with staying faithful in that area of understanding my years of getting down like I used to. I may not be able to get it as I used to or as much, and if my sexual needs are still not met, I'm going to have to be okay and sit in that being faithful and loyal. And am I going to be okay with that?
And I thought about that as far as like women go, like, because I know a lot of women be having older guys. Like, do they think about the long run? Like, because you're gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of love be formed by sexual interaction. Now, when you get to that age, you can't make that sexual interaction. Like, y'all really better love each other, dog.
Yeah, 100%.
If not, it's gonna be bad business. It's gonna be smoke in the city in that house, boy.
Ooh, boy. So, and a woman hits her sexual peak at 40. So if I'm dealing with somebody who is a little older, he may want to do it, but is it gonna wake up and get up for me?
Well, what you got? You got medical interventions for that, like
you do, but
like we just said.
You do,
all
but
I gotta do is pop
then
that pill and it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Or you
problem
just
is
hop
that
on top and
pill,
just go nuts.
Yeah.
he's feeling this way all day. And then he's like, always wondering, it's like, okay, I didn't had it. I don't want to get down every hour, every
You
2
better
hours.
don't start up the train if you
Listen.
don't want it to go.
Nah, I'm
I'm
telling
trying to tell you, know, hey, if we're gonna do it all day at that age.
right.
It lasts for hours, you know what I'm saying?
So what is today's topic about then, Speedy?
Age ain't nothing but a number, man. We talking about age difference in relationships. You know, the good, the bad, and everything in between. But honestly, Marquita, I'm gonna say this. I think you kind of picky, man. I think you be giving you don't give guys enough chances.
Yeah, man, that's early.
I think you could have gave Mr. Charles another chance.
Did you hear my reasons though? He's always short with me.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, and every time I said, could you just like I talk corporate all day at work. I just want to talk to you. That doesn't get me wet. That does not get me wet. You talking like you about to sell me on an advertisement, like we in a boardroom and I'm your client, is not getting me wet. Talk to me normal. Call me baby.
Hashtag it's not getting me wet.
It's not getting me wet. You're not making so what is your assumption? Ooh, you said assumption. I'm so hot. No, that doesn't do anything for me. Talk to me normal, baby. What's your plans tonight?
But some women like intellect. Some women are impressed by the intellect and a man's status.
I am one.
Yeah.
I'm a sapiosexual. That's what it's called. A sapiosexual is when you are into intellect, it turns you on. I love when a man.
But that's what I'm saying, Marquita. You can't say you into a man with intellect, then a man is speaking intellectually, but you're like, nah, I don't want you to talk like that.
Why are you talking like that?
Yeah. Like, what is?
No. You can talk that. He's talking like that.
You just said. You just said you keep going. You listen. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Marquita.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because you just said, okay, you want a man like when who's gonna be able to stimulate you mentally and physically, right? And then we're like, all right, well, a man could take a pill, but then you're like, oh, well, he gonna have it up all day, and then I don't want
to be doing it all day. Like what? Then
what do you want, woman?
He's talking to you intellectually. You like, man, I don't want that shit all the time.
That's not intellectually speaking to me. What are your assumptions of your evening?
Because a man could put a sentence together.
No.
You've got a high vocabulary. Jesus Christ! You said he was a professor.
Here's one. Because every time he talked to me, it sounded like my grandmother. All the time. He enunciated every syllable. He never gave me baby, never sweetie. It was like every syllable in my name. Like, stop calling me. People call me Keita. The only time I hear
he has
Marquita
a strong command of the English language.
No,
I would say that's a positive, Marquita.
No. See, you're trying to be a myopic. You're not trying to hear what I'm saying.
Why you hit me with all these big words?
You wanted him to have some hood.
There you go.
That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted.
But the other thing is, he spoke intellectually, yes. But every time we talked, it was never of substance. He always just wanted to talk about my physical attributes and wanting to sleep with me. It was never about, He didn't know my favorite color. He didn't know my middle name. He didn't know anything about how many siblings I had. He didn't know anything about
how long was y'all dating?
A month. And I would always be like,
right. See, I'm about to call you see Marquita.
No. Now, see, y'all need to stop because y'all know good and well those are the basic things you start to
give him to Charles Barkley.
Come on, man. Now, look, listen to me. Look, I didn't even know how many siblings my wife had till like 6 months into our relationship.
But that right there says something. And now it's fortunate y'all worked out, but you're trying to get to, do you want me to date a Jeffrey Dahmer? Like,
no,
you don't have to go to the whole other end of the extreme to a murderer.
My thing is a crazy person. Somebody who is not into me. I know everything about you because I'm asking the questions. You're not caring to know anything. Intimacy. You're not trying to be intimate with me.
But also, listen to me. Okay, maybe you're ready to jump in that quickly to have those conversations, but he may not be ready to have those conversations. He may not be ready to have those conversations.
We can only talk about my coochie so much. There's not that much that we can talk about.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so you say you asked most of the questions to get to know about him. Did he counter those questions? Like, okay, so how about you? So do you answer those questions?
Never.
Oh, so you just say a question and just go to the next one and go to the next one. You know, like,
no, he would after I'd be like, so how many siblings do you have? oh, well, I have 4 siblings. And then he would explain. And then as soon as he was done, it'd be, I love your lips. I think about your lips all the time. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I like kissing you too. So, what you got up for today? Today I ascertained that I'm going to go to the market, and then I think I will
The
be
market.
heading to
It technically is a market, and it technically
heading
is a market.
to having a strict conversation with my son in regards to blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. Well, you just look like you are just so supple and da, da, da. What the fuck? What man, dude? Okay,
I mean, but he's answering your questions.
He is
yeah,
answering
but do you
questions.
care? Do you care to know? You're only focused on pretty much sleeping with me. You're not focused on me the person. You need
Okay.
any other coochie, go on and find that. You're dealing with Marquita. Learn about me.
You gotta stop using the word coochie though. Like that's number 2.
Punani.
God, please, not coochie. Coochie.
Coochie, la la la.
Coochie.
Come on, man.
No.
Look, though, you gotta
You
lighten
gotta
up
make
a
a
little
woman.
bit.
Now you're
No,
looking
You gotta
at it
light
from a
up,
man.
because
No,
also
no, no.
listen. Let me just
This
say this
isn't
point
about
as
wait.
well. Remember that
Go ahead.
horror story she told us about going on that date with my man, and she asked my man, if your sister or a woman in your family would say
Yeah, I
something
remember.
honest about you, or it's whatever
What
you
would they
say,
say to
what
you?
would they say
What would they
that you
tell
struggle
me?
with? Like what? You
What?
gotta take it easy. Like you gotta ease into that stuff. I
But
think.
then also in her story, just as she just mentioned, she was like, I like kissing you. I like kissing you too. So evidently y'all had some type of connection to even get to the point y'all even kiss. So that's why he like, she, what's up with them lips?
I know.
Listen,
You
You
here's
gave
something.
him the sugar.
Gave
No,
some
no, no, no,
sugar.
no, 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 no. You're looking at it from a man's perspective, and
Marquita.
that's
Oh,
fine.
Lord.
I'm telling you, it's about me. It's about me right now. I'm telling you, for a woman, what we need. We need more than just having a warm body. We need your mind to be focused on us. You're not focused on me. You're not caring to learn about me at all.
That's a little judgmental after a month though.
So what are we going to talk about?
Give him a chance. Like you don't have to
No,
have it.
tell
like,
me. What are we going to talk about?
all I'm saying is this. You do not have to have a whole index of step-by-step rules for y'all to get to know each other. Just
I'm
let it
not.
happen. Let it
But you
happen
don't know
naturally.
anything about me.
But he's gonna get to learn. He's gonna get to learn.
Why don't you just tell him what you want him to know?
You still have not
That part
answered
too.
what in a month, if we're not talking about each other to get to know each other, what are we talking about?
But I think that you are asking about each other. I mean, you might be asking more of the questions, but he's giving you the answers, so he's telling you about himself. He might not just want to jump to your business. I don't know.
The operative word was each other.
Does
Okay.
he call you on the phone? Do y'all have a phone conversation?
Seldom.
So he doesn't call you on the phone.
If he calls, it's 2-minute conversation. It literally is like this every time. Hey, just wanted to talk to you real quick. I got to get off the phone, but I miss your lips. I want your lips. That's all I would ever get. So when we finally did sit down to talk, we're trying to talk about how you fantasize about me all the time, every time. Like, what are we talking about? I'm asking y'all. If you're saying
we need to get Mr. Charles, if you listening, we need you on the podcast. I want to hear your side of the story.
Never was the conversation of substance.
Right now,
it was
Mr.
never
Charles.
about substance. He might be talking
Yeah,
articulate, but he
was
never giving me substance. It was always surface.
Yeah, I hear that. Listen, okay, here's my only point that I'm trying to make. I'm giving you a hard time because I give you a hard time. But also at the same time, I feel like women ask for certain things from men, right? And then they truly don't want it, right? Like you want a man to be tough, but a little bit soft. You want a man to be emotional, but not too overly emotional. You want a man to be intellectual and articulate, but not too emotional. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like intellectual, articulate. Like I feel like women sometimes you ask for certain things, but don't really don't know how to have those certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so just like men,
you know what I'm saying? We do it too. Yeah,
just like men.
It goes both ways, but it's like I feel like it's just coming from a male's perspective. You do give them all they want, but we might give you everything you want. It just might not be the way that you sorted out to me, but it's still everything you want.
Right.
Okay.
But
Here. Okay. So let's get back on the subject of dating
Oh, that's
older
right.
and the benefits, because we're just talking mainly about what it is that somebody asked for. We're now veering into what it is somebody asked for, and then they're not. Be careful what you ask for, which is a totally different topic for another
That's
day.
true.
that's true.
We're focused on what the benefits of dating older is, and now what the cons could also be with that. My thing is, I like how settled he was, how he seemed like he wasn't trying to go out there and try to catch up with something he missed out on in life. He seemed to be more grounded, to where I don't have to try to catch every club he's hopping to and hop with him on that scene. He was stable in his career, and he seemed very calm as a person. Seemed, because he got upset over the slightest of things pretty easily, and so that in itself, and the lack of substance, which meant he was older, but he lacked maturity. So emotionally, he wasn't stable, and maturity wise, he lacked that.
Were y'all looking for the same thing? That's another thing. Like,
That's what I kept on trying
are
to
you looking for the
find
same
out.
thing? Because he might have just wanted some cheeks,
Well,
and you might have wanted something long term, and maybe that's what he
no,
thought
he made it
was going
very
to be.
clear he wanted marriage. But whenever you try to ask, so what is it that you actually want?
Those luscious lips.
That's what it was. That's the answer right there. That's the answer right there. So I went out yesterday. Made me laugh. I love a guy who can make me laugh, but we could never get into a serious conversation at all. He just constantly made a joke out of everything, anything you asked, anything you talked about. And then when he wasn't able to make a joke, he would just sit there in silence.
Mm.
And it's not like we don't know each other. We've talked before we went out, but it was always a joke then too. I'm thinking when we're finally face to face, you're going to get a little bit more serious. And he was older. Sexually, I could tell it was not going to happen, because when I kissed him, it was like kissing a 3-year-old. It was not. It was not it.
A 3-year-old.
A freak. Whoa, wait.
You know how like you say
He didn't know how to move his lips right.
Oh. And if you can't move your lips, baby, I already know what you can't do otherwise.
So wait, you went in for a kiss to kiss
no,
my man.
He went in.
But his lips were just still, like he was just like.
It was like this.
It's with the duck.
I did it. Did you see? Yeah. He didn't even go all the way in. He was like.
Oh, he gave you a peck.
And then I was like, okay, maybe that was because he wanted to see. So then I said, if you want to kiss me, you can really, you can kiss me. It's okay. And then he did it again. He said, I did. Did it again. I said,
grow up, Mr. Charles.
Well, maybe he was trying to be a gentleman.
Yeah, I mean.
Then
maybe he didn't read the situation.
I went in to show him, okay, here's the open door. And it was like, oh my God, you don't know what to do. Poor baby.
But I'm gonna need you to slow down though, Miss Fast. Like
I know this person. It's not like I just met this person first date. Like this is actually
some sugar.
Like
Give me some sugar.
I'm trying to let you know. Trying to let you know.
I am your neighbor.
Yeah, Miss Keita is out here.
I'm trying to let you know.
Yeah,
I mean, sweet person.
Yeah, clap it up for her.
So y'all give me, like, I've given you what I'm looking for when it comes to being older, and examples of what that looks like and doesn't look like. Because just because somebody's older doesn't mean they have it all together. True. Emotionally, maturity, sexually, those things do not always mean what being older is going to show. So what is it that y'all feel?
Well, can I I know you are a moderator, but can I ask a question? What about the benefits of younger though? Like, what about younger? Because we talking about usually like older people. Are there benefits? Like, would you? Let's say
dated younger.
Yeah, I think I don't want to
dated
say you
younger.
can mold a younger person, but you can show them you can build a younger person up. Because if you get an old motherfucker, they stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Ain't that what they used to say?
Yeah.
So
I think for a woman, it's a little harder when you date younger because, again, we're looking to you to be the head. We're looking for you to be the lead. And if you're younger, and I like what you said, Yak, I've been there already. And I'm trying to tell you because I've been there and you haven't yet. Although younger people may have had to grow up a little faster depending on their circumstance compared to you, that does not always, just because they had to grow up faster, they could still have arrested development. That does not always translate into having to have experienced where you've been. They may have had to grow up a little faster than the age you were at their age with certain things. That does not mean they've still been. They will never be able to surpass you with the knowledge of the world and life.
But you don't know because remember, like we young, but we not really like we not old, but we getting up there.
Yeah, we getting up there.
Right. So like at this point, we knocking on 40's door. But you could reasonably find a 29-year-old, 28-year-old, 30-year-old who's super mature. Because if they went to school, they would have been done with school, maybe have gotten even an advanced degree at this point. They might have been living on their own. Like you could probably find somebody really mature, really traditional in their ways who
took care of their family as coming up.
Right. Who could be financially stable and like really, take care of business. And he's younger than you, so he might be able to, blow your back out the way you want. You know what I'm saying?
My wife, man, it was benefits for her. Like she was cool as hell, had energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're speaking from the point of a man. If I'm looking for you to lead me, a man doesn't really start maturing until he's like 30, 31. He's actually gotten to the grown man phase, wanting to settle down and being mature enough.
That's not true.
No, I'm not saying definites. I'm not saying every man, but majority men aren't really ready to face life the way a grown man should, or begin to look at it that way, until they have hit their 30s, 31. Before then, it's very seldom that you're going to find a guy who's younger who can be ready to want to settle down.
Bam, I got married at 25 years old.
Brian, you're that exception though.
Oh, well, thank you. Let me clap that up. Let me clap that up. Y'all heard that, right?
That's dope, man. I was still thought that 25.
That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. You're supposed to. That's my point.
But I gave people chances, though. You can't just cut people off. Like I had some serious relationships because it's a slow process, man. That shit takes time to find somebody that even is 70% what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yak, you were in your 20s. It don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. At this age, we are knocking on 40. We are about to hit 40. We have been on this planet 40 years. So what we didn't know and didn't know what to look for through dating in our 20s and our 30s is going to be completely different right now. It's completely different. And y'all are coming from a space where y'all have been with your person before your late 30s. You were with your women longer than where I'm starting right now. So the dating process is a lot different for this age.
I mean, yeah, I can see how you can say that.
I can tell what I'm looking for. I know what I need. I'm not being picky as much as I'm being aware.
Try this. I just want to try to. I want you to try an assignment. Find somebody who's totally opposite of you.
Yeah.
Take about a few days to see if you like it.
Yeah.
Totally different. All that. Yeah. Just something about the mix, like something you never.
Okay, give me what totally different looks like for me.
Because you say you want somebody just who can stimulate your mind instead of your body. Find a nigga who just stimulates your body.
So, yeah.
So you want a person that just you don't want to go to museums, have a nigga take you to the motherfucking Roseland.
Roseland? What is Roseland?
The homeless dudes passed out at the front.
For the land, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man,
I like that. Hashtag try something different.
Try something different.
Yeah. Try something different.
What does different look like?
I don't know. It depends on you.
Yeah, this off your
Whatever you,
Y'all
whatever
know
you've been,
me, and
whatever
I've
you've been
said what
looking
I
for,
did.
whatever you've been looking for. Like you sound like you're a traditional girl. Try something non-traditional, right? Like, maybe a guy who,
You only call them up every now and then. You don't even want to talk to the motherfucker all the time. Just have somebody like in the growth. I'm telling you, just try something different.
Yeah. It'll surprise you. It might surprise you.
Yeah.
I've done that.
How different were they though? Because your peaks are different. Like, okay, he's a little different, but I can deal with it. No, I'm talking about a nigga like, I ain't never met this motherfucker before.
He didn't dress with style. He didn't hold a great conversation. I was not sexually attracted to him.
Yeah, you gotta still be sexually attractive. I ain't say that different now.
Listen,
So
what's the last three
So
things?
I'm
What's the last three things you just said? You said he didn't have no style. He didn't know how to dress. What was the second thing you said?
What
No
did I say?
conversation.
No
He didn't have
conversation.
good conversation.
And then the third thing was like you weren't sexually attracted to it. All these superficial things. You keep disqualifying these people for these superficial things. Listen, I'm gonna say this.
Here, pause. How
all
am I
the ladies
supposed to
watching right
know?
now, try a square. Just try a square. Like try dating a square. Because I think too many women are looking for like swag. Say the swag is good, right?
Yeah, swag is cool.
But sometimes
maybe too much swag.
Maybe it's too much swag.
Yeah.
And maybe he got the same swag as other ladies, but try a square.
Help me to understand.
Try somebody who watch anime.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Comic-Con ass dude,
One of them t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. Like, you know what I mean? Just a regular Joe
So
Schmo.
here's my question. You said those are superficial things.
Heelys.
What the Heelys?
You said these are superficial things, right? If these are superficial things, how am I supposed to know the depth of someone until I spend time first with what
get off the depth thing for a minute. You keep talking about how deep you try to go. Just let it go.
But you said superficial, not me.
I did.
I want you to live for the moment. You already planned. Soon as you meet him, you like, I gotta see how he's gonna be in 5 years off the first conversation. Like that first month means like
you act like these people are new. I've given these people, if not a month, 2 months of conversation and getting to know and going out with. These people weren't just one date and it's like, it's over. I've given multiple dates.
How many dates do y'all go on in those 2 months?
It's whenever they can find the time because they're busy, and I am too. I have young kids, but
maybe 2 or 3 dates, maybe.
There was one person we went on like 10 dates.
10 dates in 2 months. That's nice.
Yeah,
that shows interest.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dates to go on.
Yeah.
And you still ain't like it?
I didn't like how I had to pick him up.
Oh yeah, that's pretty tough.
Because he didn't have a car?
Mm-hmm. He said it was an accident.
We just talked about that.
After like the 10th time of picking you up and you still ain't bought a car and you had insurance to cover the accident and you still ain't did it, then we got problems. So I gave you a shot. I gave you some time. Okay. And then he was younger.
Okay.
A lot younger.
But he smoked and he was trying to hide it from me. Every time I'm around you, I'm like, why you smell like the earth? Every time. Why? Oh, I just be around. There's only so many times when you don't have a car that you're going to be around people who smoke and it's not you. Then I go to his house finally and I see roaches all in the.
You don't like people? You don't like smokers?
Part of the reason why I don't like it is because you taste like what you put in your body. For me.
What?
If you do it every now and then, that's different. But like part of why he didn't.
He was like, part of why he tastes like a Swisher.
Yeah,
like a backwood.
Damn. Is that honey bourbon?
Russian cream.
But it also slowed his motivation to want to do better because he was always smoking, and here I am working.
And have a job either.
He got a pension. He worked for the army, and he got wounded. But it didn't affect him. But still, he took a not a buyout, whatever it's called.
He was getting monthly checks.
Yeah.
So he had a steady income,
Right, steady income.
Mhm.
more time because he had time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got time to take you on 10 dates.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He got hurt. He got hurt in the army.
And he was controlling and possessive.
Controlling and possessive.
Yes.
Oh,
In a month, in 2 months, he was
Yeah,
doing that
that's
already.
what was so amazing, because like one time I went to a friend's gathering. I had heels on when I left him. When I came back just to spend some more time with him before the evening completely ended, I put on flats. He was like, "Why you change flats? Why? Who you been with?" Da-da-da. It was starting to get possessive. Like
oh.
everywhere I go, like if my boss called, "Why you keep picking up the phone, talk to that nigga?" Because he's my boss. No, don't call him your
Come
boss.
on.
I don't have a boss. No man's over you but me. Yeah, exactly. So you
No
see,
man's over you but
That's-
me. Dang.
Come on, little Tito.
that's when I was
You
like,
gotta
all right, we
relax,
done,
man.
baby. We done. I didn't been in this movie. I played a part in this movie.
Have you
once.
ever considered moving? Because I think also like there's a certain kind of person.
I
Like
agree.
the metropolitan big city lifestyle. It's a certain kind of energy, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And I think that people are just different geographically. Have you ever thought about like moving somewhere different?
No, definitely. I've definitely said that maybe who I need to deal with or whom I need to deal with is in another state, definitely, or somewhere outside the confines of, the metropolitan area, definitely. But you guys still haven't told me anything about the dating younger or older on your end.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all stuck on mine. Like what?
hey, we just flowing with the conversation right now.
yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
I thought we did answer that already.
Well, I'm saying like so you touched Yak on the fact that when you dated in your 20s, what was it when you dated in your 20s? Did you date younger, like the 18, 19-year-olds? I'm hoping you don't say no younger in your 20s and be a R. Kelly, but
No,
I'm
I
saying,
ain't never go that. No, I never went that yet.
did you ever date an older woman?
Yeah.
Okay,
How
tell me
much
about
older?
that experience. Right.
He was. I had a 40-year-old chick too.
Mm.
I
In
mean,
your
she was.
20s?
Yep. I was like 25. She was like 42. But it was like it wasn't. No, we wasn't trying to be serious and no shit like that. Though we were just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was cool. She did extra stuff, like you know what I'm saying. She older chicks dating younger guys. They really try to take care of you. You don't even need them to.
Exactly.
Like I'm straight. Like I don't want that. I got you.
Yeah.
But that's on. But I also go off what you said too, because you feel like somebody younger can't step into that position. No, y'all don't want them to step into that position. They want to take care of you because they older than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly how she was. I'm like, all right, you want to spit it? Shit, by all means.
So how do you think that would have looked years later? Because I've heard a lot of women say, he don't do nothing. I always got to do this, do that. And it's like, well, that's how you started it though.
But that's how
At some
women.
point, you can't be mad at him for being like a child to you when you've taken care of him like a mother. And instead of looking at him to be your head. So that's why I say the roles are different for a woman when she dates younger.
But I dig it. It's crazy. I can see how you can say it too, like, but I feel like it's the same kind of way because women, y'all are mature than us at certain times, but y'all be fucking up too. Now.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we do.
And I say a younger woman is still probably more mature than a younger dude would be. You know what I'm saying? Because women just usually are.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to finding some happiness or some shit like that, the age, it should all depend on how y'all groove together. Like you said,
Exactly.
communication is key. You got to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
You got to be able to bear with each other too, because it's like time gap in between. Like you can't tell me like Pac ain't better than Drake, and y'all get to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Y'all get a heated ass argument over some ages and shit. Like you just gotta let shit go, man. And but for you, try something different. Try a little young ball. Get you a little young ball.
Yeah.
With a car though.
I did that too.
Gotta have a car.
Gotta have a car. He had
Did
a job.
that too. You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest with you in regards to me. My tolerance is low for bullshit.
Tell.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
My tolerance is low for bullshit, not for minuscule things, for bullshit. When I start seeing before how I used to operate, and of course it didn't work because I've been divorced. is the fact that if I saw a red flag, I wouldn't look at it as red. I look at it as pink. Like, oh, it's not all the way red. It's all right. Keep in mind, the earlier stages of dating, the first 6 months should be the easier months that you'll ever have in a relationship, because once you get into one, compromising and everything else, things that you thought were small are magnified. If you see it already, I know what it is I need. I know what it is I'm looking for. If you can't focus and have the art of communication established, we're not going to be able this early in the game.
I also feel like, number one, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. Right. And I say that, and this is what I mean by that. I think people sometimes go into relationships kind of looking for the other shoe to drop. Right. Like they're looking for some disqualifying factor. And I'm not saying it's a shoe market either, but I think some people do that.
Yeah.
Like they go in that first month and they're like, all right, it was very nice on the first date. But what is this? What are you up to? What is he up to? And then they start to see like small things, and that becomes big things in their mind because they were just waiting for this person to mess up, and the person is just showing up as who they are, right? And but I think if you're looking for like assets, maybe changing your mindset, it might go a little bit smoother. But here's the last thing I'll say: dating is hard, right? And that's just the bottom line. And if we could find the one, everybody would have a mate, right?
And qualities are different today.
Qualities
are different.
And I'm speaking for somebody who hasn't dated in a long time, so I'm no expert by any means.
And a little piece of to add on to your shit, Speedy, overthinking can kill a whole situation. If you overthink all the time,
definitely,
or think too deep into some shit that ain't supposed to be thought of that deep, it can kill your whole mood on some shit. Like, I'm straight on this motherfucker. I'm straight. But you might just been overthinking the whole time.
Yeah, you got to get out of your head. Hashtag get out of your head.
Real talk, man, because that shit will kill it. Ooh,
it certainly will.
Yeah. It happens when you in a relationship too. Yeah. Like sometimes you overthink things, and then you and you like psych yourself out of doing something that you should probably be doing, or will feel good or something. So
you're just trying to turn into a goddamn detective in your head. Like, so if it's the case, so why didn't you go this way when you could have went that way? You just be overthinking for no
sabotage.
reason.
Sabotage.
Yeah, you're dead in the situation. You're just fucking all up, man.
Right.
So please don't overthink. At least try not to, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay to think about shit, but please don't overthink shit that you don't have to overthink, man.
Yeah.
And certain shit don't even be that deep, bro.
Nah. Well, I haven't dated too many women that much older than me. When I was like 19, I dated this girl who was like in her 30s. She was either pushing 30 or she might have been like, like 30 years old. And it was different because like I was in college and she was not in college, and she had a son. And so she's just had way different responsibilities than I did. And that just made a world of difference because I'm 19 years old. Like, and she had a whole son, and, our conversations, we have good conversations, but they were just different, right? Like we just had to relate, in a different way because, she's like, I got to go take care of my son. I'm like, I got to go. I got to go do something, whatever I was doing at the time.
So how did it end? Why did it end?
It ended because what happened? She ended up moving to California. We were still talking while she moved to California. I don't even know why. Like she just upped and moved to California, and she just, I don't know, she didn't really have her stuff together for real. She didn't really have a plan. And I'm like, damn, you 30 years old, you got to have a plan. Like I know I'm in college, but like at least if I'm gonna be dating or be with somebody who's older than me, you got to kind of have your stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's the benefit of dating older that you were looking for. Now, Yak, you said you dated someone who was 40 years old when you were in your 20s, right?
Right.
Why did that end? Even though y'all were having fun, why did it end?
I mean, because it just was like, okay, it's like like you said, she had kids, and I was still thotting, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, you got this whole situation over here, fam. Like, hey, I'm not ready for all that. I was the hell no. I'm not here to be but I told her off the top, like, I'm not looking to be like settled down now. Like, so we just go have fun, kick it. Went on some dates but no, I couldn't do that shit, man.
See,
Yeah, her son was damn near the same age.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was weird.
See, when a woman dates somebody who's their age or younger, we already know that for the most part, I say, that it's going to be a lot of sexual interactions, talks, interaction. I already said interaction. It's going to be a lot more dealing with the physical, right? In the bedroom, outside the bedroom. When somebody who's a woman dates somebody older, she's looking for a man who cares not so much just about her body, but is going to be intimate with her and is going to feed her in a way that is different from somebody her age or younger. That's the benefit
Maybe.
for being with somebody
Yeah.
older.
Maybe.
And right, you're saying maybe. That's why I said majority.
I'm just being
When you
antagonistic.
Right. When you find, though, a man who is older and he's doing the same thing someone that's your age, if not younger, would do or operate in that way, I don't, you about to go to a nursing home. I don't have to put up with this. I can go into somebody who's my age or younger. That's the benefit for me being with you. The benefit for you is that I'm giving you youth. I'm giving you beauty. I'm giving you the things that you don't really like in the same age bracket of a woman for yourself. But for me, I'm looking at you for the things that somebody my age or younger who's a male won't be able to, or I would think wouldn't be able to provide.
That you would think that's assumption.
That's why I said
I
you would think.
don't know. My thing is, we talking about age. I don't know if it has so much to do with age as it has to do with just the person individually, like who they are individually, bro. Like, just that's what I think, man. It's just, they could be older, they could be younger, they could be your same age. You just got to find somebody that fits you and who works with you and who you can, you know what I'm saying, sit down and have conversations with and spend time with. Like, for me, that's what it comes down to.
So really,
and that person might be older than you. I do know one thing though. Heaven forbid. I want to ask you a question. Heaven forbid things don't work out. Let's see your wife just leaves you,
Right.
like in the next 10 years or something.
Okay.
You going younger, or you?
I'm going wherever I'm happy at.
Well, okay. All right.
So I can't say I'm gonna go younger, because then by then I just be single and just be having a little ronies around. That's the case.
You going back to your thought years?
Yeah, oh
your
yeah.
thought years?
Hey.
Because think about it.
Prime real estate right here.
Because think about it. I'm at a bar. I got this fine looking guy who is my age standing there. Then I've got an older guy who is nice looking, but his balls is sagging. Which one am I going to pick first? I'm going to, with the physical, go with the younger looking guy. But
and if you like saggy balls, you're gonna go with the ball hanger.
But if
how do you even know my man got saggy balls? That's an assumption.
You got an X-ray vision?
Is his balls hanging out at the bar?
Hey, how you doing, baby?
Keep it up. Keep it up. But if I have already dealt with mistreatment, or I've dealt with, whatever else, I'm not looking at younger versus older. I'm looking at who may be the more stable one to provide me with what I lacked in my last relationship. That's all I'm going to focus on. And 9 times out of 10, nope, based on my dealings, 8 times out of 10, it's going to be somebody who's been there, done that, and knows from his mistakes of what he did to the last woman. And that would be the guy who has more life experiences, the older guy, that I may lean more towards if I need to see what's out there that's better.
Like, I wouldn't mind dating somebody the same age as me. I think that'd be dope. I think it would be dope.
You are. Your wife is only 4 years younger.
I mean, yeah.
That's not a huge gap.
That's not.
She's been so deprived on so much history and music. Jesus Christ.
Well, you gotta.
That's different.
I'm feeding her up, man. I'm filling her up, man.
Definitely.
Lord have mercy.
All right. So, what is the takeaway from today's conversation? Ryan, Speedy, don't start. Don't start. He was about ready to just come out. He was about to, yes.
Go right on in.
We ain't talking about me.
Oh. Okay.
We're talking about the topic in general about age ain't nothing but a number. I've proven, because most people would say older is the better way to go. It is not.
No.
Younger is the better way to go. It is not.
Nope.
What is the takeaway from today's conversation?
I think the takeaway is
Here we go.
What you mean? I think the takeaway is I don't know that age matters as it pertains to getting somebody right for you. I think that you could find somebody who fits you.
Mhm.
You just got to spend some time with them, get to know them, because you might meet somebody who's much older than you are, but they can relate to you and talk to you and give you everything that you need. But also you gotta, what are those things you're willing to compromise? Because maybe Uncle Charles, Mr. Charles, he can, meet your needs in one way, but he's gonna surely, just like anybody else, not be able to meet your needs in other ways. So you got to figure out what you're willing to compromise and be flexible with, because everybody's not gonna give you everything that you need. So that's despite age.
Damn, you summed it up a lot, man.
Thanks, Speedy.
I feel like, man, age can only be a factor if you allow it to. If you, like you say, you find chemistry with somebody, depending on what age they are, if they're able to make you happy, then I think that's the only thing that should matter. Everything else to work itself out. That's how love builds itself. Like you don't just start off with 100% love. You got to do it percent by percent.
Yep.
Build and build and build, and then you get to that level. Like, oh, you know what? You're all right. You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time for a motherfucker even to get to that all right level. So you just gotta, if it makes you happy, go 10 toes down with it. But them young tenders will wear you out. They'll get their lost old. If you do date older, you remember 10 years from now, just remember what age they'll be 10 years from now.
100%.
Because them 10 years are gonna fly by. Just
Yes,
understand.
they will. Yes,
the
they
body
will.
breaks down.
Oh yeah. And back and them knees start to ache.
Get them grunts when they sit down.
The arthritis, he can't caress you like he used to.
Oh, man, give me the cream. Pass me that cream, bro. Find yourself massaging his hands so they can open up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
I would say my takeaway is age ain't nothing but a number, but maturity is a thing. So that means that it doesn't matter how old somebody is. Them as a person is what the focus should be on. Pretty much summing up both of what you guys are saying. The character, the fabric they're cut from is what is important, because that right there is going to be the everlasting glue for the relationship, how you guys are as a whole, and how you meet. My cousin, she's married to somebody. They've been together 20 years total. They've been married 10 years. They were dating since she was in her 20s, and he is 30 years older than her.
Wow.
Yes. So they just had their first child. They just had their first
30?
30. And so
how old is your
50.
cousin?
She's now 37 and he's 70 something.
Damn.
Yeah. And they just had their first child.
Oh my God.
So what I'm saying,
wait. This guy 70 years older just had his first kid.
Kids get. Men can have children.
They've had their first kid. His other kids are 40, 50 years old.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want a 45-year-old brother.
Exactly. So,
how your older brother gonna be 70?
But here's the thing. That I'm pointing out.
Pops.
What? But here's what I'm saying.
That's old as hell.
It is. It is. But here's my thing. They mesh beautifully together. And although that's old as hell, true.
That's because he can't remember nothing.
Right. You love every bit of that. Yeah. You remember you told me you was going to give me that for that? Yeah, you're right, man.
Oh, maybe you did. Maybe.
Over there, baby.
So it's all about what you pick. It's all about what you need. It's all about what they provide. I can't deal with y'all. I really can't.
Old as hell, bro.
Did you 30?
30.
Wow.
30.
Where did they meet at?
I think that's kind of unfair I think that's kind of unfair for the kid though, because if he's 70 and they just had a kid, there's a strong chance that kid's not gonna know his father after he turns 6 years old.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know what I'm
high
saying?
possibility if he's not living the right life.
Because he's still old, right? Like,
Don't let him wait till they get damn near out of high school. They ain't gonna have to get pushed to
Pop's
the
gonna be 90. Pops can't come to the game.
with the little moving scooter boy.
I'm sorry. She's 35. She's 35.
It don't even matter
It
how
don't
old she
And he's
matter.
72. I had to think about it.
Oh,
But
wow.
still, what I'm saying is, and their marriage is lasting longer than what mine did. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, okay.
it doesn't matter the age as much as it is the person.
I hear that. Yeah, I think we all would agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I can
I
dig
think we
that.
all agree
Yeah, I
with
can
that.
dig that.
You know?
So, I can dig
I
that.
know people who married younger as women. They've been married longer than I was married. So it proves that it has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with how you mesh with someone. Period.
100%. 100%.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. Content. What we got for content?
Quality content. Shit, I don't know.
I'll let you think. I'll say right now we're in the beautiful city of Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah, man.
It's a cool little place. Yesterday we got a chance to go like to the, I guess, downtown area or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was packed. Like, it was so many people down there. We went on the Sky Bridge. We took a lift up the mountain and walked across this scary ass bridge,
Scary as shit.
bruh.
Hey, man, I don't care how thug people think they are. When you get somebody who's afraid of heights, hey, they could be a killer and everything. When you get a nigga on some heights,
Listen,
you gonna climb up so motherfucking fast, bro. And the damn bridge was moving.
the bridge was swaying. Oh my god! And then at the highest point of the bridge, at the very midpoint, the bottom is glass, so you
got
can
to look down.
bro.
What?
Shaking, bro.
Oh,
Bruh.
My quality content, okay? Live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. If you're single and you're not looking to find a relationship, go have fun. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, it'll come to you.
Right.
Have fucking fun. Enjoy yourself. It's
Make
okay.
every minute count.
If you want to dot around, just be safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here having all these damn kids. Enjoy yourself. Everybody got a special somebody out there for them.
That's right.
Just wait your turn. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, snaps for that.
Snap,
about
snap,
you?
snap. For me, I would say go outside your norm to experience new things. Same thing that you just said. Yeah. No. You didn't. Let me finish. Last week I had the best weekend that I could think of, and I did everything by myself and met new people.
Yeah.
I mean, I did things that I would have never done in by myself, and I had fun. So like Friday, I started off at a bar here in the city. It was a nice bar. I had live band, so I knew what time the band came on. I got a seat at the bar, which was hard to do. So I got there in enough time. Got myself a drink, socialized with their duo.
Okay.
Socialized with a bunch of people, men and women, just enjoying, because I'm a sociable person anyway. The band was kicking. That band was on point. I've been there once before and the band was nice, but no, it was kicking tonight. This is my second time ever being there. And from there, met people. Then as I was leaving, there was 4 guys standing outside. They're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going home." They were like, "No, don't end the night. Follow us. Come to this restaurant we going to. It's downtown." I normally wouldn't by myself follow men, but I took their license plate and I had my friend put her location on. And I then followed them to this restaurant that was beautiful. It's beautiful. It's called Oak and Real. And so I went there. We had drinks, met up with some more of their friends that came there. Then we all went to a cigar bar they're members of, went to the VIP lounge there. Some female friends there, met up with them. So by the time we were done, it was about 12 people total. Nice. We all chilling. We had fun. The next morning, I went to brunch with one of the guys from, the cigar bar that I had met.
Okay.
Then I went on.
Look at you.
I met up with some other people. With another person who was the date that I had last night.
Ooh,
At the locker room.
I hear you.
The locker room. Then we went to Carrie. Then we went to karaoke and we had fun, all of us. And then Sunday went to a tailgate. Somebody gave me their ticket. They didn't want to go. Went to the game. And then I went home. I had a great time. I didn't go with anybody. It was new. It was scary because I never did that much by myself. I like doing stuff, but it allowed me to meet new people and to meet new guys too. So the thing is, it's not that I'm not trying. I am. I'm saying at this age and with the quality of people out here, it can be difficult. But the thing is, I am still staying optimistic. I'm not out there looking for an agenda, but I am looking for a connection. And if I just can't find it, it just means these people ain't my connection.
You know what I'll say is that I think, I met my wife when I stopped looking, right? Like it just kind of happened upon me, right? I think there's some times where you just kind of got to just do what you want to do and do what makes you happy. And then God, the universe will decide that it's that time for you. And so you just keep having a good time and doing things that you love to do. And I think you should be all right.
Oh, I'm gonna be fine because I love me. So whether I'm with someone or not, I am going to be fine with myself. Now, would I like to share a life with somebody? Eventually. I came from that. But I'm not out here looking because I need. I'm just looking to have a good time. I am.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Keita out here in these streets, man. Let's give it up for Keita out here doing her
Gone somewhere.
All right, well.
So is this gentleman that you went to the brunch with, he's not Mr. Charles's age, is he?
Yes. A little younger, just a little younger, but he a cool cat.
That's what you said about Mr. Charles.
Yeah. So we'll see how long he lasts until next week. Because I'm not dating him. No, literally, like Mr. Charles made it clear he wants to date me. This dude, we're literally just kicking it as friends.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Until next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, livequalityminutes.com.
Yes, indeed. Livequalityminutes.com. Make every minute count, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that because you don't know how much time you got left. Tap in. Like, subscribe, share the podcast, man. We love y'all. We love your mamas for having you. Until next time, your boy Yak, Speedy.
Signing out from Gatlinburg.
Shout out to Gatlinburg, too, man. Time to hide your ring.
Oh, give it up one more plug.
Right now, man.
Bye, guys.